Hi everyone, I am Dr. M. Usha, Assistant Professor, Department of Management, Karpagam Academy of Higher Education, Coimbatore. I welcome you all to the session. I am going to handle the course Human Resource Management, for which I have planned for 8 sessions to cover under 8 modules, around the duration of 10 to 15 minutes. The first module is Introduction to Human Resource Management, in which we are going to see what is meant by human resource management through meaning and definition of human resource management. The next we are going to discuss about the evolution of human resource management and personnel management. According to the stages of development, we are going to discuss briefly. First module is Introduction to Human Resource Management, in which we are going to see what is meant by human resource management. Through meaning and definition, we are going to brief the meaning of human resource management. Further, we are going to look into the evolution of human resource management according to the stages of development. Further, we are going to look into the difference between personnel management and human resource management. Followed with this, that we are going to look into briefly about the challenges which an HR is facing at the present scenario. Finally, in module 2, we are going to discuss about the HR planning, that means human resource planning. In module 3, we are going to look into the functions of human resource management. The functions of human resource management, which we can classify into 2 ways: the managerial function and operative function. In managerial function, we are going to briefly look into the planning, organizing, directing, coordinating and controlling. Followed with this, I am going to discuss the first operative function, recruitment. In recruitment, we are going to see the features of recruitment, process of recruitment and also the factors which is affecting the recruitment. In module 4, we are going to brief the next operative function, selection. In selection, I am going to discuss about the objectives of selection and also the process involved in selection. In module 5, we are going to discuss the next operative function, compensation. In compensation, I am going to brief about the types of compensation and also the methods of compensation along with the principles. In 6th module, we are going to discuss the next operative function, training, which is considered to be the most important operative function among employer and employee. In this, we are going to see the needs and importance of training and also the methods of training. In module 7, we are going to discuss the next operative function, performance appraisal and management, in which we are going to discuss the objectives of performance appraisal. Along with this, we are planned to discuss about the various methods used by the human resource manager for the appraisal of employees. Module 8, in this we are going to discuss the final operative function, industrial relation and management, in which we are going to see the importance of industrial relation and we are going to look into the peoples who were responsible in bringing a good industrial relation. Now it's time to see on module 1. Introduction to Human Resource Management. First, let us move on to see the meaning of human resource management. Many great authors and research scholars has defined the meaning of human resource management in different ways and with different perspective. But the simple core meaning is how to manage people or employees within the organization. With this, now let us move on to see the definition of human resource management, which was given by the author Edwin Flippo. Human resource management as planning, organizing, directing, controlling of procurement, development, compensation, integration and maintenance or controlling of human resource to the end the individual, organizational and social objectives are attained. The author derived the definition based on the functions of human resource management. Along with that, the author represented that the individual, organizational and social objectives are attained. Now I would like to explain even a little more towards introduction of human resource management. To start and run a business effectively, we are in need of 3 resources. It is none other than land, labor and capital. Within these 3 basic resources, the central resource is labor. which is often referred as skilled workforce. The skilled workforce is often referred as central resource, and it also represented as an asset of organization. So this asset has to be utilized properly through proper HR policies, procedures and program. So that is mean by human resource management. I hope you all would have understand about what is mean by human resource management. Now it's time to move on to see the evolution of human resource management. It's not too far to prolong the history of human resource management, but even then it is very important to see the stages of human resource management. In 18th century there was a revolution passed to appoint a welfare officer in order to monitor and mentor the welfare measures provided in the organization. Again there was a revolution passed in 18th mid-century to appoint welfare officer along with the labor manager, which was considered to be the most important aspect among employees for their development. Again, at 19th century, there was a revolution passed to evolvement of the personnel management, which is considered again to be the most important factor among employees for people management. And 18th century, there was a revolution passed for the evolution of human resource management. This is mean by utilization of manpower effectively with the desire of the human resource. Now at present, the human capital is represented as an asset. They are treated them as an asset. This is the final at the year of 2020. Now let us move on to see the difference between personnel management and human resource management, which is considered to be the most important stages in the evolution of human resource management. Evolution of personnel management, which is the most important stage among employees. The great person Robert Wood, who owns the credit. He is the person who runs his own Lerner cotton mills. He implemented the principle of 8 hours work, 8 hour rest and 8 hours sleep. He is the person who takes more responsible aspect among workers, and he also finds the result as the satisfaction, so that he was represented as father of personnel management. He is the person who gives more responsible and more credit aspect to their workers in his own Lerner cotton mills. Evolution of human resource management. The credit goes to a great person, George Eldon Mayer. He is the person who did many experiments at the year of 1924 about human behavior. He is the person who has a strong belief on work-life balance. He was the person who represented as the father of human resource management. Here, I would like to tell you that personnel management is later evolved as human resource management. So it has become very important to see the difference between personnel management and human resource management. Now let us see the difference between personnel management and human resource management. Here, I would like to tell you the principal difference between the personnel management and human resource management through the picture 1 and 2. Picture 1, which represents the principle of personnel management. Picture 2, which represents about the human resource management principle. Here, I hope you would have find the difference between the picture 1 and picture 2. Yes, you are all right. The first picture, which represents that only the boss had smile in his face, whereas the people around him, the smile is missing around him. The first principle of personnel management represents that they have to extract the work from the employees based on the remuneration paid. Whereas the second picture, which reveals the principle, the human resource manager would be trying to get the desired work from the employees based on the need analysis. So the second picture represents that not only the remuneration alone will not provide the satisfaction to the employees, whereas they have to find the desired work only by providing the needs and satisfying the needs of the employees. So that's what the picture 2 reveals about. Both the employer and employees are satisfied. Let us see various other differences between personnel management and human resource management. It is based on the meaning. Personnel management is looked into the relationship towards the employer and employee. Whereas in human resource management, they will try to utilize the manpower effectively towards attaining the individual and organizational goal. If we see the difference between the approaches, the personnel management is a traditional approach, whereas human resource management is a modern approach. If we take based on the treatment of employees, in personal management, the employees are treated as like a machine or tool, whereas in human resource management, they were treated as an asset. If we classify based on the functions between the personal management and human resource management, the personal management, it is considered as a routine function, whereas in human resource management, it is a strategic function. If we take the classification based on the remuneration paid, in personal management, the remuneration is based on the job evolution, whereas in human resource management, the remuneration is based on the performance of the employees. So I hope you would have understand about the difference between personal management and human resource management. Objectives of human resource management. It is very important to derive the objectives of human resource management, which directs and guides the organization to taste the fruit of success. The first objective is to utilize the manpower effectively to attain the individual and organizational goal. The second objective is to look after the relationship among employees so that they can maintain a good work environment. The third objective is to look after the welfare measures and like salary, wages, incentives so that they can retain the employees for a long time. The last objective is to work towards corporate social responsibility. I hope now it will be clear about the objectives of human resource management. The human resource management is functioning based on the objectives. Now let us move on to see the importance of human resource management. As like the objective, to know the needs and importance of human resource management is very essential part. I have given few factors to you to explain the importance of human resource management. The first important factor is recruitment and training. In a long-term journey of business, recruitment and training is a continuous process which has to be done by the organization to attain the individual and long-term, short-term goals too, along with the organization. The next most important factor is organization culture and climate. Whereas peoples from various nature, culture, values, ethics and emotions, they have to be integrated towards the organization culture and climate. So it is possible towards the organization principles and policies. So it is very essential to avoid the deviations. The third important factor is to provide wages, welfare measures and compensation plan towards the proper HR strategies so that they can retain the employees back. That means the skilled workforce can be retained for a long time. The next important factor is talent management. The skilled workforce should be creative and technically skilled, professionally qualified to meet the business challenges. So that talent management is very important factor in organization. The last important factor is resolving conflicts and issues occurs among employees. The human is working along with the human. So there is a chances for occurring of conflicts and disputes, so that there should be certain principles and procedures to resolve the issues and conflicts occurs among employees. I have given the important factors which occur over there in human resource management. I would like to give you a quote which was given by Mr. N.R. Narayana Murthy, Chairman of Infosys Limited. The quotes which represents about the importance of human resource management. You must treat your employees with respect and dignity because in the most automated factory in the world, you need the human minds to work for you. That's what brings in innovation. If you want high minds to work for you, that you must protect the respect and dignity. This quote represents about the importance of human resource. That we came to the end of the session. I hope that you all understand about the introduction to human resource management. In the forthcoming session that we are going to look into the module about the human resource manager. Thank you.